Welcome to Module 1. This is probably the shortest module, and a lot of training skip this step, but I think it's important that we understand what we're trying to accomplish. You'll hear me say this until you probably get sick of it. Start with the end in mind. So why are we trying to do this? Why are we getting on Twitter? It's not just because we're supposed to be, or our managers told us to, or whatever the reason is. It's because we have to go to where the passive candidates are. We want to engage them where they're at, on their turf. So this is about engaging individuals and adding value. Remember that video, astronauts, the entrepreneur, whoever it may be. As we position, we're trying to position yourself as a person to know. So you want to, and we're going to go over this later, we're going to target your audience. Think of your candidate pool. Think of the hard to find candidates that you work on. Focus just on them. Something that takes 3 months, 6 months to fill, and something that's worth your time, because we're going to need to do this for 6 months to a year to really show return on investment. But you don't want to just talk about you. You don't want to just talk about the job or your company. Imagine yourself going to a networking event or a conference. You're walking around. You introduce yourself to someone. You don't just want to talk about yourself. Okay, recruiters in some circles have a reputation, or I guess bad recruiters have a reputation for being more ego-driven, more salesy, and not really listening or caring about the candidate. So what we want to do is turn this around, and we're going to use our system in later modules, and we're going to position yourself as a person to know or an expert in your industry. So that's why we're going to do this. We also listed stay in touch and nurture your target network. This is a tactic borrowed from the marketing industry, and you may have heard of drip marketing or campaigns. And recruiters don't do a great job of this. We're kind of focused on the now for whatever reason. Imagine all the individuals that apply to your jobs. Once the position is canceled, closed, or filled, you have. If you've heard me talk before, my rant about only about 1 to 3% of people that apply actually get on-site or hired, depending on what industry you're in. So what about all those people? What about those silver medalists, the ones that came on-site but didn't get hired, the ones that were, for whatever reason, didn't get picked? We say we keep in touch with them. Very few recruiters actually have a way to keep up with these hundreds and sometimes thousands of candidates that could be ready in 6 months, a year, 2 years, 3 years, but we don't know how. The system we're going to teach you is by using a platform like Twitter. If you were to follow all those potential candidates, and we're going to teach you how to make a list, you can track them, and every once in a while, we'll show you how to let them know that you're there, keep you top of mind, so you will be that first email or message or phone call when they're ready to move. All right, so now that you know the why, let's prepare for Module 2.